welcome back to another one. Got my GoPro going on, and we out here in Whitestown, Indiana. We got a pretty heavy load today, man. Went to go scale. Got 38,000 on my damn drives. But we're here, man. We're around the corner. Literally around the corner. I just came into this Love's real quick to scale, because they need the scale tickets so they can pay the overweight. Because they're paying me my flat rate, but I need that overweight on top of that rate, you know what I'm saying? It adds up. It adds up. That's why here in Intermoto they ask you to write down everything on your PODs, your proof of your delivery, you know, all your hours, everything that you do, so they could pay you.
Turn right at the stop sign.
All right, so turning right here on 267. Take that straight all the way back to the warehouse, basically. It ain't too far from here. Like I said, we're here. GPS is calling for 5 minutes, 2 miles away. Let's go.
Turn right on Albert South White Drive.
And I was gonna tell you guys, man, you guys don't know how happy I am now. I was out of commission for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I'm not too happy about that, right? But I am happy because the truck is finally fixed. You know, all pros and cons to this story, okay? I know you guys have seen my videos. I've been having this code 95 that has been derating my engine. So every time I need it, you know, full boost, just going up on the slightest uphill ever, that check engine light will turn on, derate my engine. And well, I didn't get any more than
Turn right on Albert South
30 psi of boost, and I couldn't run. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like something was stopping me. I ran it like that for quite a while. I don't know if I damaged anything internally, which I'm really hoping I didn't, right? And yeah, that's been my problem for like the past couple months. So it's been in and out of the shop for that reason. I took it to like 5 different mechanics. Nobody was able to fix the problem. Nobody could find the issue. They tried doing the IVA delete, and they did the whole thing wrong, because they did the delete, and then the first one I had, the check engine light came on, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know if they did it right, they didn't do it right or not, but you know, the check engine light came on, which, you know, if you delete something, it's supposed to be out of your software, out of your ECM. And I took it back, then it charged me back to put it back to stock. Every mechanic that I took it to, they opened up the damn valve cover, they opened up everything out there. And of course, every time you do that, they gotta adjust the valves, valve adjustment. They did valve adjustments at least 3 or 4 times. Like I said, all these damn mechanics. Even the guy that did my in-frame, he couldn't find anything wrong with it. He was just talking about it was gonna be the rocker panel that he had replaced on me when my oil pressure sensor had messed up on me. But he said it was throwing a lot of compression out. He did plug it to the computer, and he did tell me there was a leak in there internally. He just didn't know if it was oil or fuel. And needless to say, he opened up the engine on top, and he ended up telling me, yeah, it was oil. It was an oil leak. We fixed it. It was just a couple O-rings, no biggie. Well, same thing, man. Same thing happened. So I've been pretty upset about that.
South County.
But I was gonna say too, man. I got the engine in frame about a year, and I'm gonna say 3 months, 4 months already. And I never felt the full potential of the engine. I always felt like it was running kind of rough. I only felt it running really, really well for like the first month, 2 months. And then after that, it was back to how it was running before the in-frame. It was not giving me check engine lights or anything, but I don't think I ever felt the full potential of the power for this Caterpillar engine. All right, so that's another little backstory. Okay, I went to this mechanic because, like I said, it was running the same way. It was not going more than 35 psi of pressure, and it really felt like it was either governed or it was derated as well. That's what I told him. But what this guy did was he was going based off of the blow-by that my truck had. He looked at the blow-by. He said, "Oh no, you got bigger problems, man. You're probably gonna need a in-frame," which I didn't think at the time, but you know, things happen for a reason. But anyway, man, I finally found a mechanic, right? This is coming from a buddy of mine that works here in Intermodal with me too. His truck was in the shop. He got an ISX, and he kind of mentioned to this guy the problem that I had. I kept on derating my engine, and he had an idea, dude. He had an idea of what it was gonna be. He told me it was gonna be, you know, obviously stuff with either the rails where the oil feeds towards the IVAs and all the valves and stuff like that. He was telling me all these kind of stuff. So sounded like he knew what he was doing. So I gave him a shot. My truck was already in the shop for 2 weeks because they had shut down in the middle of the highway. One of the coldest days here in Chicago, and it was basically some fuel lines that were messed up, and it was sucking air, so they caused it to shut off on me. It stalled on me, and it never turned on, and it was just sitting over there because they were trying to find the problem with this oil pressure too. And I got fed up, so I just told him to just, you know, put it all together, and I was gonna work like that. But obviously that was a lie. I just wanted to get it together so I could take it to this next mechanic. Whew, okay, I was checking in. They gave me a door, and I forgot where I was at with you guys, man. All I know is, okay, yeah, I told this, I finally got this truck ready, took it to this next mechanic, my buddy of mine's. It was over at Melrose Park. I did a lot of stuff to this fucking truck, man. Even after the in-frame, I changed a lot of parts. All the sensors, it doesn't have many, right? But probably like five, 6 sensors that it has, they're all brand new. Everything's brand new. The wiring harness from the ECM to the sensors is new. The IVAs, the actuators are brand new. A lot of things that were brand new, man. And The truck just always felt the same. The truck always ran the same, and didn't help that I was getting that D-rate. So I told him about all the parts I did, about all the things other mechanics did, and I told him it just should be stock as it comes, right? Because I haven't tuned it or anything either. He was, all right, cool. He gave me hope. He told me, you know, he knew what was gonna be the problem, the cause of it. He just had to open it, obviously. And I was like, you know what? At this point, do what you gotta do. And you know, man, he made me laugh, right? Because I told him, man, I took it to like 5 mechanics already. None of them have found it. He said, well, let me be the last mechanic ever to check out that problem and fix it for you, man. And I was like, damn, all right, cool. Hopefully, right? So, yeah, man, I took it to him. The thing I like about this mechanic was he was giving me updates on the regular, and not just updates, but if something needed to be fixed, he was out there calling me, asking me if I authorize something to get fixed or not, which I like, right? Because not a lot of these mechanics do that. There's some mechanics that don't even call, don't even tell you what they find wrong. And this guy found a few things wrong with it, and he was asking me if they should address it and authorize the fix and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, man. Like I said, a lot of these damn mechanics, they see that something else is wrong with the truck, but they don't even try to fix it. They don't even try to call the owner and let them know, like, hey man, you got another problem or anything. They probably figure, shit, that's gonna break soon. That's gonna break soon. There's gonna be more income for myself or something. They're gonna come back so they could fix it. But like I said, man, I like that. Alright, let's go check what we got back here, man. He already took the seal. He has a neat little device on him, like a saw by Ryobi. I know I've seen some from Milwaukee and DeWalt, and it was a claw that just broke that damn seal in half. Class 9. I don't know what's in those crates. I've already done it, but all I do is a delivery. That's it. But yeah, man, that little device he has is neat. I might just invest in one of those so I'm not out here struggling with these damn bolt cutters. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a bolt cutter, but it looks like a drill. It's battery based and everything, so I'm gonna look into it. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right? I know one of my guys over here in Intermodal, he has a saw. It's just kind of dangerous, but you know, it's not as cold out here in Indiana as it is in Chicago. Woke up to -7 degrees over in Chicago. Spec it up. But yeah, man, here we are. Backed it up already, just waiting for him to unload me. And like I was saying, man, these mechanics are pretty good. They had me a little impressed with the way they were doing things, right? Like I said, asking me to authorize something to get fixed or whatnot. That alone right there gave me a little hope. I was like, man, and I was really praying to all the mechanic gods to, you know, for it to be fixed already, because I was down, bro. I was down. All right, guys, well, we're empty now. Where was I on the story? Yeah, man, I was down because damn, how many mechanics went through this truck and none of them found the problem, right? But he was, like I said, this guy was giving me hopes. And then in the end, man, he ended up fixing it. So what he ended up telling me was he changed a lot of O-rings on the valve area, on the Jakes, by the IVAs, all that. He changed a lot of O-rings. There was oil leak. The reason for the oil leaks was the valves were out of adjustment, and the O-rings that were there were already dry rotting, and a lot of them were broken. So all these valve adjustments these people were doing, and they couldn't get it right anyway. He said that a lot of them were not even sitting well on the valves or anything. So it was, you know, the slightest gap that was there extra, that was what was causing all the oil leaks internally. And that's why I kept on getting that check engine light, because it was oil was not getting towards the sensor, and I was not getting enough oil pressure up there in the cylinder head. So, and it was derating my engine. And there was a couple of pours where the oil returns right back to the engine, down to the oil pan, how it recirculates and stuff. A lot of those were clogged up, he said, too. So not only did he change the O-rings, but he was changing a lot of those pores, a lot of those holes, for the oil to be able to return. He said there was a few of them that had, you know, they were clogged up because they had silicone. Whoever did work in my engine and they had used silicone, the silicone got in there. So he changed he cleaned everything out right. He changed all the O-rings, and he said he called Caterpillar because he knows obviously there's three different kind of Acers, 4 with the SDP, but he called Caterpillar to get the specific ones for this VXS that I have, right? And he finally did the adjustments, and he said everything was sitting well. There was no more problems. He put it all back together, test drove it, put the computer on to monitor it. And he gave me a call. He said it was good. So when I went to go and pick it up, this man is about to go. That's crazy, bro. Fucking drivers. So when I went to go and pick it up, it surprised me too, because not a lot of mechanics that I go to do this, but obviously the truck was outside of the garage already. It was on, and he said, let's go for a test drive before you leave. Well, okay, cool. That was new to me. I haven't had no freaking mechanic, you know, treat me like this. I don't know if he was, you know, going overboard, so I could see that he's a good mechanic. But, you know, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna say anything bad about this man, because like I said, everything that he did was professional and good. But yeah, we went out to take a drive. He had his laptop plugged in, monitoring everything, and everything looked great, man. Even at Bobtail, while I was driving at Bobtail, and even then I noticed a big difference, big difference in the performance. Okay, crap, yellow light. Yeah, so I noticed a big difference as a Bobtail, with the performance, with the power, with the way it was, you know, with the throttle and everything. So, well, the first thing I did notice is that when I was Bobtail, even Bobtail, I was struggling to pick a speed. Not as bad as when I had a load, right? But I never saw the boost go any more than 20-25 psi when I was Bobtail. But this time around, going into the highway, I noticed I noticed the significant change with it going up to 40, 45 psi, and even on the lower gears, on the lower end, it was doing right around 20, 25 psi, and that's probably the max I would see when I was bobtail before that. So yeah, so needless to say, man, I'm very happy, I'm very satisfied with how it turned out, and that's why I said I don't think I ever had this truck at its full power. Look at right now, it's hitting 45 psi like nothing. I don't think I ever drove like this at all, and I was eager to get a load to test it out and see how this truck would act. But that was my buddy passing by. I threw the lights at him. But yeah, man, I grabbed the load. I was still a little iffy, man. I was still a little scared to step on the throttle, to really step on it, even though he told me don't be afraid of these engines, bro, because I told him one time I saw it going up to like 50 psi a boost, and you know, I like to take care of my stuff. I don't like to force it, so I stopped. I eased off on it. He was telling me don't be afraid of these engines. These engines are strong. These engines will run. Just always monitor your temperature, or if you ever have a busted, you know, a busted line from the coolant, stop it right there. Don't move it unless you fix it down the road and you add coolant, because you will mess it up. But other than that, run it however you want, and don't be afraid. So like I said, man, with the first load I was still a little bit iffy with it, but I started getting confidence because of the very first uphill, I was almost closing my eyes, praying for it not to.
God damn, look at that, the best 386 around.
Oh crap, so 386 around here, that's good. Oh yeah, right behind me. Yeah, any little uphill was the damage for this truck. So I went uphill. I was going up at like 50 psi, going uphill like nothing, you know, passing up trucks, passing up cars. I was just test driving the crap out of it the first week, so I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm very pleased with this right now. I want to see it as a clean slate. You know, from now on, it's good. I don't have to worry about putting money on it, because I was stressing so much about what can this be, changing one part, changing another. And now that it's running real good, I just work, make money, save up, and just put in whatever needs to be put in, man. The maintenance, tires, brakes, whatever it needs. Oh yeah, that's a nice one, all right. It is a nice one, all right. These damn straight trucks want to hog on the middle lane and go freaking 60 miles per hour on there. And, you know, you guys know the rule, no passing up on the right lane, but I'm on the right lane doing speed limit. So is that really passing up, or is that just him being a fool and going slow as hell on the middle lane? So come on, man, a lot of you guys gotta be better than this. I know it's just a Class C, Class B type truck, but it's the same freaking thing with everybody around, man. Even with the cars, you don't want to go slow as hell in the middle lane. You want to go slow as hell, go on the right lane, man. Middle lane, left lane, those are all passing lanes. Get with the program, everyone. But anyway, man, I did go to a lot of Facebook forums with Caterpillar and stuff like that. A lot of people were telling me about, you know, how to go about changing one thing or another. They were telling me to change the harness that's inside. So that's the harness for the IVAs and the injectors. a lot of people were having problems with the same thing, and they changed that wiring harness inside, and they got better. But there was a couple people asking me how, if it wasn't clogged up or anything too. You know, they were giving me the tips that were right around the path where my truck problem was at. I erased my Facebook, otherwise I probably would have gone back, because there was a couple people with the same problem, and they said they were gonna follow the thread to see if I ever got it fixed. Like I said, unfortunately I deleted it, but if anybody's watched the videos and had the same problem, always check that your valves are properly adjusted. Have your mechanic check all the O-rings, you know, check to see if all the return guides, all the pores are not clogged. And I mean, a total of that would be different with every mechanic, right? This mechanic was not that, yeah, I didn't think he charged me that bad, but it was $1,000, a little over $1,000 for him to do all that work. Obviously, you guys know that the majority of that comes with adjusting the valves. A lot of people charge like $400, $450 to adjust the valves around the area. The cheapest ones I've seen is probably like $350, but like I said, I don't think it's that bad. He really fixed my stuff, so like I said, I'm really appreciative for that. I think I'll go back for him for some more work if I ever need it. And I'll gladly recommend him for whoever's in the Chicago area, Melrose Park area. He's located in Melrose Park, so you know, he's pretty good. He works on a lot of classics, but he also works on a lot of newer engines, ISXs and stuff. So don't be afraid. He got you covered, man. Got to 59 CSX 59 out here in Chicago. Picked up a load. I was waiting for quite a while, trying to lock these damn pins. Damn GoPro went out of battery, so like I said, got my box, locked the pins, put some zip ties. It's time to go. I'll catch you guys when I get to the yard, finish out the video a little bit.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead.
All right, guys, made it back to the yard. It was a long day. Went to Whitestown, Indiana, came back, and I still did a couple moves. Ending my day now. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this problem I've had, man? A problem that persisted. It was bothering me for about 6-7 months. And I finally got it. I'm so happy. I'm happy as hell that I finally got it fixed. You don't know how happy that makes me, knowing that I don't have to worry about it or stress about it anymore. Because every time I would drive it, it was in the back of my head, and the problem would start, and I mean, I was just driving it like that, and it was not fun. It was not fun driving a derated engine, a Caterpillar engine, pulling like it was a Volvo or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not fun. I always wanted it to be at its full potential. Like I said, man, even after the infrared, it was not up there, and I knew it. I knew it wasn't like that. But what can I say, man? There's a lot of mechanics that pay attention to a lot of detail, and there's a lot of them that are just part changers. there's a lot of them that are just there to screw you over and take your freaking money. So, man, make your best judgments on these mechanics. I really started doubting the guy that did my end frame after the last couple of works or jobs that he did for me on this truck. I wasn't too happy with a lot of those things. They start off good, and then they keep on messing up, and they make you feel some sort of way. At least that's how I feel, It's like they start out good, they butter you up, they give you some good work on your truck, but then when you constantly keep on taking it back, and they can't find the problem, they just do whatever little thing they could to charge you. That's it, man. And I hate it because every time I take it in, it's not just like one day or the weekend where they get to check on it and look over it and stuff like that. It's always been a week. They always tell me they got time. I take it. It's always a week. So that's a week loss of work, and however much they charge me on top of that, and now I got to recover money. So it wasn't fun. It was not a fun year with this truck. But like I said, I'm taking it as a clean slate. Hopefully nothing else bad happens to it. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna bless this truck. I actually did back in December in this plane. So I'm just hoping, like I said, man, stay this way, clean slate. All I gotta do is put maintenance, brakes. Obviously, they hold with maintenance, or tires, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, no more breakdowns, no more anything. I do have something planned for the truck in the spring. When it starts getting nicer, I want to change all the hoses, all the coolant hoses. I want to finally put the water gauge that I have. It's digital. I want to put that inside the sensor where let me explain myself a little bit better. I got this sensor. I got this gauge right here, which is the original one, right? So I want to put the sensor for the digital one in the slot where this one is at. That way I could see the digital one. I almost never know what damn temperature it is, but now that I was riding with the mechanic, I guess in the middle is right at 180, 200, and then I don't know what else would be after that. So I don't know what's too high and what's not, but I don't want to let it get any higher than like 210, 215. We have cooler thermostats. They are 180. I'm thinking about just changing them to warmer, because obviously a lot of people say Caterpillars love the heat. So I'm gonna see if I could change it back to the original ones. The original ones I think are 190 or 193. And then this is another thing that this mechanic that did my end frame too, he told me to keep them cool, because you don't want them to go too hot. And he was telling me that the 190 or 183 is the original one. They open, but then the fan does not kick in until like 235, and he said at that point it's too hot. It messes with all your seals, and then you get head gasket problems. I didn't want that. That's why I went to Safeway. But now that it's fixed, even a hard pulls, I don't really see it go up much, right? Before, when it was derated and stuff like that, yeah, I would give it a hard pull, even with the heavy loads, or even going uphill, a nice heavy hard pull, and that would reach 200 and above a lot of the times. And right now it barely goes up a notch. So it's at 180. If I do a hard pull, it probably goes up to 185. It's really not that much that goes up. So I've been monitoring it, keeping an eye on all the gauges. I like to take care of my stuff, and that way I can monitor it, so in case there's other problems, I know how my truck really works, what temperature everything is, what oil pressure everything is, at what RPMs and stuff like that. So I pay attention to detail on my trucks as well, so try to take care of my stuff. Hey man, this is it for this one. This is all about the truck. I wanted to give you guys an update. If you guys have been keeping up, hope you guys like the channel, hope you guys like the content. Comment on my channel, see if you guys had a similar problem, or if you guys are going through something like this, I could always help you out. if you're around the area, like I said, I can give you the information for this mechanic, or if you're willing to take the drive over here and see if they could do it, because Caterpillar couldn't even do anything either about it. So it was real messed up, man. Even the technicians at Caterpillar couldn't figure it out. So giving you guys a hand. For this one, give it a like, subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed, comment please, share the video, and like I always say, man, keep moving forward.